Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the most important, last but not least, session of the day, Bitcoin Wyckoff. Similar to previous weeks, welcome new joiners, and these are the areas I will focus on based on two key concepts. Again, this is for research and education purpose only, also for discussions with you, and not financial advice. Please take note of this. And let's get started with our final but most important session, Bitcoin. So in terms of weekly, Wyckoff pattern, we had seen like the second test, we came down from it. We're halfway between the upthrust and the low point of the automatic reaction. So the yellow tags, you can ignore them for now. That's hypothetical, I'll say scenario B. The blue text is the scenario A. So instead of using this as a reference, the screen line here is basically like a support line drawn based on these candles for like 6 weeks. So basically the price hasn't dropped below that point, around 90,000 since November last year. So again, these 2 weeks, the candle body themselves are pretty short, and this week of trading volume is pretty low as well. It's almost just half of what we had in the past 2 weeks, and even less if we take into consideration for 2 more weeks. So in terms of Wyckoff, if there's no particularly good or bad news, it may continue to trade between these 2 green lines. If there are some good news, or in terms of like good news for Bitcoin, not necessarily for economy or whatever geopolitical events, if that happens, it can retest, the price can retest the top green line, and it may make a new high as well. That's an official upthrust after distribution. Last week I talked about the current one, or the one immediately after the upthrust, shouldn't be an upthrust after distribution, basically because it's lower than the upthrust. If there's no good news, just bad news, what would happen is obviously it will test the first green line. Let me change back to candlestick so it's easier to see. That's like more solid support line, I would say, compared to what we have at this zone. If the price really gone below it, there's no strong support over here, and it may immediately test the second green line that's set by the buying climax of this distribution cycle, and also a second test as well. So that's the 2 level we have to look at. And then let's go deeper into the daily chart. Right now we're trading at a range between 92,000 to 101,000 roughly. There are certainly times, short periods like a week or 2 above that range, but most of the time it's within the short-term playground zone. If it happens, like what I said, the green line, if it broke through and went below, the next price or trading range, the next price level or trading range, it's unbelievably for some people, mid 50,000 to mid 70,000. So let's see whether that would happen. Obviously, a lot of people that bought above 70,000 wouldn't want the price to go down, but that's how the candlesticks or the price chart is telling us. So good luck for everybody. That's for Bitcoin, and see you next week. Remember to click some buttons to like and subscribe.